I'm a little bit late with it, but happy 75th birthday to Phillip Bailey from Earth, Wind, and Fire. Where do I begin? Where do I begin? Uh, Earth, Wind, and Fire has been like forever and a day. 50 years ago, That's the Way of the World album, Gratitude, Reasons, a falsetto for days and ages. One of the most strongest falsetto singers I ever heard. And a guy that, I bought his book. And together with him and Maurice White were like the 1-2 punch of R&B bands. They were the Kendrick and Ruffin of the bands, as far as I'm concerned. Because I can't think of another better duo in a band combination with the vocals. And they did all the lead and the background vocals. Him and Maurice White were like amazing. And his tone, when he hit some notes, come on now. Keep your head to the sky. Are you kidding me? And to hear him do Reasons live, to hear him do Fantasy live, and he's a good drummer too, you know. Phillip Bailey, just one of them voices that it just feels like that's when you know the earth and the world is at peace. Um, you could listen to him, his tone, his falsetto, just incredible. One of my top 3 falsetto voices ever. And Earth, Wind, and Fire is my all-time favorite band, so you know how that go. But yeah, I believe he's 75. I know Steve Wonder turned the number, and you just don't think of it like that because these voices and talents just seem like they take you back to another time, and they just seem like timeless. You just don't think of them aging because the voices and the music, and then you just think about, you just like when I hear Can't Hide Love and he hits that note in the background of baya, baya, and you hear his riffs and his runs, obviously it influenced by Miles Davis, John Coltrane, and horns and the raptures of it. And it's one of those things where I've marveled at him, one of my favorite voices ever. Even when he did Easy Love with Phil Collins with his solo career. And of course, at first solo song, I know, because I always dug his voice. I always dug his voice. I always look forward to what he had to offer. And his gospel, if you really want to hear Phillip Bailey go off, listen to some of his gospel music. Just a versatile, talented artistry and musician, and just and a good songwriter, and a guy that you can just, you really feel where he's coming from as an artist, and just always have respected him. And, those songs just speak volumes.